Karma for greed. Meghan's embarrassing details were brought out when she was cruelly spurned. Hello and a very warm welcome back to the Royal Fantasy YouTube channel. A royal source just said to us, the world watches as the wife is silenced at 1:08:05 as no one will give her the microphone. In the UK, we had an odd day of balmy autumn weather and people were out in shorts and t-shirts while the weather holds. However, in California, it must be chilly as the wife sported what others have described as a horse-dog blanket, some sort of outerwear. Other images show the masses in t-shirts and casual shirts for the 1-800-5 Live festival fundraiser, all enjoying themselves at the outdoor concert while the wife was overdressed with a thick layer of makeup for the free photo shoot. You see, that's the difference. People were there to support the charity for first responders, while the Harkley duo appeared to be there to promote themselves, hence why the wife was sporting winter attire, as this was just another free PR photo shoot on 22 September 2023. After the Invictus Games photo shoots, no one was surprised that the wife would use the opportunity to try and advertise some merchandise to prop up her brand. The Harkle cult are out asking, why do people criticize the wife? And from the video clips, it's quite apparent unless you are paid to ignore it. The wife pushes in front of Harold when they are announced. She then tries to grab the mic from the presenter when it wasn't even offered to her, and when Harold suggests she be given the mic on stage, for no reason, where the body language says it all from the other presenter with a firm no. Oprah, however, was given the mic on stage to talk about the charity. The event was about the first responders, and one can only laugh at the wife's attempt to look relevant, picking up an award to give to Harold to present, and then for her to push him. At least her old deal of no deal skills were used, although they looked very rusty, as she looked lost as she really had no place being there. Kevin Costner, who was the host of the event, made a comment that friends with no manners asked about the cost of the property, and some see that as a reference to the duo. We know that the wife has no manners and says inappropriate and inaccurate things, passing them off as her subjective truths, and Costner allegedly had been trying to dodge them during the event. Even if that will never be admitted, in the photos, he is clearly looking to keep his distance from them. At the event were old pals Oprah and Ellen, with Portia, and they did chat with the duo, and there was what looked like a passive hug. Everyone was in smart casual wear, while the wife looked as if she was dressed for shopping on a wintry day in Russia. A photo appeared with them all, and perhaps it was a coincidence that Oprah and Ellen were on one side and the Harkles on the other. Everyone has to speak to each other at fundraising events, even to people you loathe, so the fact that they spoke and had a photo taken together doesn't necessarily mean they are besties. Were the duo invited, or did WME push for it as Costner is their client? Usually, when the duo donates money, they are keen to announce it, but not on this occasion, as the fundraiser seemed to serve their interests more than the charity. What their appearance has done is take away from the cause, just like the Invictus Games, not necessarily to praise the duo, but to question them and to mock them. And why did the charity thank them ahead of everyone else? What did they actually do? Especially Maroon 5, who played at the concert. How could Harold not be embarrassed when his wife tried to take control of a charity event where she was the plus of an invited guest? We could only cringe when he appeared to suggest the mic be given to the wife, in what seemed to be a blatant attempt to use his title and embarrass someone into doing something in public. Not all Americans are impressed with titles, or are blinded by the Harkle PR spiel either. By now, many are used to the wife hogging a microphone to deliver her word, salad speeches that she then uses the footage to promote herself later on. It seems some Americans have wised up, and no one was going to allow the wife a platform to promote herself. Did Oprah ask her if the charity had silenced her? The PR, whether you consider it good or bad, coincided with a story that the Harlem school that the duo visited. PS 123 Mahalia Jackson School in September 2021, allegedly claiming that Archewell wanted assurances from the school that no one would post negative comments about the visit. At the time, footage showed children being hugged by Harold, but with him pushing them away from them. Further reports state that Archewell had donated a washing machine and dryer and had been in touch with Procter & Gamble to donate hygiene products because of them. Apparently, P&AMG donates to many charities and entities in need already. I recall at the time that parents or relatives of the children had told the press that the school was seeking $5 donations if they could afford it to an unspecified charity that would be beneficial to the school. As one of the poorest areas, $5 is a couple of meals for some families, so why the school thought it would be a good idea is beyond me. Perhaps they thought the visit would attract more donors and grants, but why was Archewell seeking donations from the very people that needed help from donations? All they got was a free copy of The Bench, and perhaps that's what the requested donation was for. No one has denied the story, and at the time I did see footage from a parent who stated this is what happened, but the video was taken down, and other footage that was critical appeared to have been removed too. Whether it is coincidental or not, this seems to be the case with all Harkle visits, in that PR appears to be negotiated and controlled. If the Harkles did visit and insisted on a gag order, then it wasn't a philanthropic visit as it was made out to be, as there should be no conditions when such a visit is made. It all seems rather absurd, censoring opinions that are genuine but are critical and might be deemed negative. And what is considered negative in the Archewell bubble? And how could they enforce it? Threatening families who have next to nothing is futile, as they have nothing to lose, and suing them would be pointless. We watch the desperation of the Harkle PR show continue, and even Americans with sense appear to be keeping their distance from them. There is always polite chit-chat at such events with everyone, but did they really need their security to push people away? And were Ellen and Oprah just being polite in public to the wife and Harold? To be honest, no one cares, as Ellen and Oprah have already been marked and they know it. The event is now known for the wife trying to grab a mic and it being pulled away from her, and where the masses around the world applaud the presenters who stopped the claw from getting hold of the mic. They saved us from being subjected us to banal word salad for their own vanity and are heroes in their own right. And you? Do you agree with this view? Please continue to discuss this couple with us below in the comments. If you see my video is so helpful, don't be afraid to like and share it now. Besides that, please subscribe to the Royal Fantasy to get more updates in the future. Now, thank you for watching, good night, and see you tomorrow.